Welcome back, Life in a Wine Bottle fans. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and podcast channels. Follow us and like us on Instagram and on Facebook at Life in a Wine Bottle. This is actually part two with Vino Cards. Make sure to listen to part one to hear how Vino Cards started. Enjoy this episode. So, since you're in Amazon, have you
Mhm.
seen any type of trends for your purchasing? Have you seen anybody? Is there any trending going on?
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that it's more women centered that like women want to buy the product. It could be for their girls' nights or for their moms or their sisters that they know they love wine. But it's hard to tell using Amazon platform like who what the demographic is.
Yeah,
But
they don't
that's
tell
why
you, or they use
yeah,
a friend's account, or
Yeah, I don't have that information, but with social media, so with Instagram, that's been a really good way to kind of track it a little easier. So it's mostly women that interact with the posts or ask questions and messages and stuff to me. So I do see more women, but it could also be that because I am a woman, I'm making the product maybe perhaps a little more feminine, somewhat
no,
unintentionally, but
no. I agree with you. I feel
yeah.
like, based on my experience, almost a lot of guys. Let's just say you buy something from IKEA,
Uh-huh.
okay? And IKEA, have you ever purchased anything from IKEA?
Always.
They have thousands of pieces, right?
Yeah.
So usually guys are gonna put it down and say, "I don't need instructions," and throw it out and try to build everything without instructions, and that's usually a bad idea with IKEA, especially IKEA. And women are more, oh, let's see where this one goes, and then take their time. It might take them 10 hours, but they know they'll get a good product, which guys, you might just kind of put, oh, I'm missing a piece, or I have too many screws here and there. So I feel mentally with guys, just the psychology side of it, guys are more prone of just throwing stuff out and not really taking their time. And then when they figure
Yeah.
out that this is going to help them, they go back and then they get the instructions. So I think that's
Yeah.
why you're saying the women's are more prone, but I feel like guys are getting into it more. Just to let you know, for my
Yeah, that's perfect then for me too. But I feel like for men as well, like I have had people give me feedback, like men saying, like, oh, well, maybe let's include like these types of wines, like if you can. Like, I know that there's, of course, that demographic that just absolutely loves wine. But for the product specifically, especially during the holidays, I do have men reach out that they got it for their mom or their sister. So at
okay,
least they're
okay.
buying too.
And obviously, is there any age related, or is there anything else that you'll say that people go after when they purchase your cards, Vino cards?
Um, well, when I started it, I was aiming more for like 20 or 30 somethings just because that would be like my range. So because I kind of went into it with the intention of making it for a beginner, I think that it's usually a younger demographic. But yeah, I think it's really just for anyone I've noticed over the last 2 years. And
Okay.
even people who are much older, of course, like they're just starting off with wine, like you mentioned too. So
They're
yeah.
young in heart. That's what it is.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
What about this COVID-19? Have you seen it? Has it affected you guys? Has it grown the business? Has it slowed it down?
Yeah, luckily I haven't seen a huge negative effect with the virus, luckily, which I'm really grateful for. If anything, it has increased the sales. So
Oh, great.
particularly in
Yeah, because
April and May.
they're saying that alcohol sales has went up 50%.
That's exactly, yeah, I saw that too. I
So I
tried to
assume.
figure out, like, why are people I mean, I know people are at home and maybe they wanna send gifts. With Amazon, you can put in any address, so maybe it's a
Correct.
way for them to send gifts. And like you said, alcohol consumption has been quite high, so I think people are just trying to find fun ways to drink alcohol.
Correct. But we might have a whole bunch of sommeliers coming through here soon. Some masters,
Yeah,
because we've been studying maybe for the past 2 months, 3 months with these
that's the
cards.
best time, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if they start popping out of here. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, I think the only thing that has affected it was so with Amazon, they were only prioritizing essential items at the beginning, which of course
That,
100%
I
makes
was going to
sense.
ask you that. Yes.
hmm So it did delay some of the shipments for Vino cards. So some people were reaching out saying it's not going to be there for a month, which I have no control over. But I think Amazon was also probably doing that just to give people the heads up, like, hey, you're not going to experience 2 day shipping like normally.
Yeah.
But some people did receive it a couple of days later. So I think it just really depends on their volume and
Yeah, that's
how they can
perfect.
ship
Yeah,
it
so
out.
so yeah, we got that a lot when we order stuff from Amazon.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
it's not the 2-day thing like we're used to. It's the now
Mhm.
it's the 7-day, which was back when we were younger. That was the normal, 7
Yeah,
to 10 days. So we're getting a little spoiled here with buying whatever we feel like without leaving the house.
I
So,
know.
well, that's good. I'm glad that everything's going well. This post, pandemic and COVID-19.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are doing well with the cards selling there.
Yeah, I'm
So,
very grateful.
what about your marketing? What do you see the best strategies? Is there anything that you see kind of lead off that you're like, wow, this is perfect. This is what's happening, or do you have any?
Yeah. I mean, with marketing, the biggest combination has been Amazon ads and social media like interaction. So social media is just such a beast of a thing and it only gets bigger. And so the amount of traffic that Instagram specifically gets is amazing. So I think those two have been the biggest contributors. With Instagram, I found it very valuable to have influencer marketing. So finding pages that of people that even if they have 1,000 followers but I can tell that they have a lot of engagement with those 1,000 followers, I want to send them a box and say, try it out, like let me know what you think, and if you can share with your audience. And so I think that helps grow sale but also just gets the word out of Vino Cards. So that's been really valuable.
So word of mouth slash social media, and obviously
Hmm.
Instagram with some partnering. So
Yes.
that's perfect. So for new, winos that want to do a product, especially in wine, because wine is, I feel like a product that's a little challenging to sell. I always get comments of, "Do you sell a lot online and this and that?" And I just tell them, "Well, I'm trying to sell you a bottle of wine, or I'm selling you a product
Hmm.
that you haven't touched or taste." You know,
Yeah.
yes, you had wine, but it's going to be completely different than what you're my wines, so
Yeah.
it's always challenging. So it's great that you have a product in the wine industry that you're able to kind of showcase and give out to customers or to your partners to kind of grow. You're expanding there, so that's really good.
Yeah.
That's just kind of for others out there that are thinking of starting a product,
Hmm.
not similar to you, but just a product in general in the wine industry.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm glad to hear that. Let's I was gonna say one more thing. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember, but somehow we got connected. I don't know if I sent you an email on Instagram,
Mhm.
or direct message, and we exchanged bottles of wine. And
Yes.
you exchange it your cards, I exchange it bottles of wine. So I just want to say that to the viewers, and that's why I bring it up from the social media side of it, that we're a smaller winery.
Mhm.
I'm always looking for something fun, different, unique experience, because everything in our winery we try to sell just the atmosphere of what happened here, you know. And whenever they open our bottles up, I want them to pour the wine and just say, "Oh, I remember Nelson talking about this and how they grew the grapes, and then oh, here's some Vino cards."
Yeah.
And then that's kind of what I'm trying to go to, that if I remember, or if I put them in the right spot for wineries, the customers will open the box up and they'll say, "Hey, what's this?" Or "What's
Mm.
this?" So it's really interesting, and we've been using them for barrel tasting as well, to
Okay.
give you a heads up.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit faster, and sometimes we invite neighbors over or wine members over to do barrel tasting, and we do about like 30 barrels we taste.
Uh-huh.
So it's small tastings, we taste and spit. So we we get the cards, and it's a little bit easier. And some of them are just like, let's just say the spouse comes, so one of them likes a lot of wine or likes to drink wine, and the other one is just really bad at words and just they can't remember what this smells
Yeah.
like or the taste, so they use the cards and it helps them. So it's really
Mm.
nice to see that your
I
cards are
love
working, though,
that.
to give you a little
Yeah.
insight of us personally using the cards.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Yeah, that
So
makes me happy.
yeah,
That's the
so
goal. Like, I want people to be able to have that confidence to just look back and reference. Like, they don't have to have everything memorized, you
correct.
know?
And it's similar
Yeah.
to, and what I related to is similar to the Roma wheels, from Wine
Yeah. Wine
Foley.
folly. Mhm.
Yeah, so they have another set, or just a big wheel that has, the leaf, and then from there it gives you, if it's wood, if it's vegetables, if it's green, so it gives you different aromas there. So, and you kind of broke down to, I think, 5 to 6 different aromas, I would say,
Yeah, about there. Hmm.
per varietal of
Yeah.
wine. So it should kind of give you a little leadway of, okay, I can smell that, or no, I can't, or it just doesn't
Hmm.
smell like anything, right?
Right.
It could
Yeah.
be the wine as well.
Yeah, exactly. I made sure to include aromas that a lot like from a lot of different sources, like all ranges of I might smell this, other people didn't, but they smelled that instead. So I tried to include a little bit of that so that people have a chance to catch something, to
Correct.
recognize
So it's
something.
perfect. So I'm giving you. So it's been working. Okay.
Yay,
So
thank
good
you.
job on that. What about? So talk to us about your goals. What are you thinking of your Vino cards? Is there kind of anything unique about that you're gonna do, or
Yeah, I think the next step that I'd love to take is wholesale. That's been delayed a little bit because of the pandemic, unfortunately. But once things pick up again, I want to explore that and have the cards be in local shops. So I'll start in Los Angeles, have little boutiques with the cards. That'll be for the gift aspect of it. But for the actual educational wine aspect of it, I'd love to reach out to more wineries and have them be displayed in their wine shops if they can. Um, so I think I'm going to start just in California, like focus that for now, and
well,
then
there's a lot here.
branch
So
out. Exactly.
yeah,
We're
there's
in
a
the
lot.
best
Yeah,
areas.
yeah. You can't go too bad from here. I mean, you have
Yeah.
you're just close to a lot of big wineries.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
lot of a
So
lot of customers, a lot of traffic walking through.
I think Amazon's really great to have the product on. It's pretty accessible to pretty much everyone, but I think having it physical, like for you to actually see it in person, can really make a big difference in a person's decision to buy them. So, yeah, I want it to be more like you could just see it in the store.
Correct. So, yeah, easy,
Yeah.
accessible. Just
Yeah.
grab and go, kind of like a piece of gum or a chocolate or whatever when you get at a
Yeah.
grocery store.
Yeah.
So, what about is there a fun fact about wine cards or yourself that you want to kind of share?
Um, well, something in the last a few months that I've discovered. So I really love to bake,
Okay.
and so it's really fun to bake a lot of different desserts and then try to pair them with the wines.
Okay.
So that's been a fun project for me the last few months. So yeah, I think it's really great to be able to use the cards for that, just to
Oh,
to see
nice.
what could be paired well with. Yeah,
Okay, that's perfect.
combining two loves.
Yeah, that's really good. Is there a new project coming out with this? Is there kind of a Vino Cards point two, or
There
is there?
is.
Okay,
Yeah,
so is that something you can share about, or?
yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. It's not finalized yet, but I have a lot of edits I want to make to the cards, just to make it look a little cleaner, a little easier on the eyes. And I want to update some information on it. So the more that I've been learning about wine the last couple of years, the more I learn, the more I see like what's a better way to help people learn about the wines. So
Okay.
I want to streamline those facts a little more, and then just change the color of the cards a bit. So really, just fun design plays with the cards,
Mhm.
and that should be out in, I would say, by the fall time. So
Okay,
I'm
sweet.
working on production right now.
So maybe, going into the holidays, we can pick some up during that time.
Yeah, it'll be an updated, still 50 cards, but I'll add a little more informational cards and really help you learn about it better.
Okay, perfect. And
Yeah.
then just make sure that the listeners know where to purchase. Is it Amazon only, or is it website that you go to, or?
Yeah, it's currently just on Amazon,
Okay.
but if you can always type in vinocards.com and it'll link you directly to the Amazon page.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Or send a direct message to you on Instagram,
Yeah,
and
always reach
you're
out to
really
me.
fast. Yes, you're really
I'm
fast.
I'm really happy to connect with people, and I love how open people are with feedback. It helps me and it helps them in the long run with creating a product they can use. So,
Perfect.
anytime you guys have questions, reach out to me on Instagram, email.
Okay, perfect. What
Yeah.
about tell us your top least expensive bottle and most expensive bottle that you like, that you'll recommend, not that you like, but you'll recommend to a newbie, I guess you call them, a newbie
Sure.
fan.
Okay, so for least expensive, I'm sure Trader Joe's people love to go to. I certainly do, but they have a really great Chianti Classico, and
Okay.
it ranges about $7 to $8. So
Oh,
it's more on the affordable side, but I think it's delicious.
that's perfect. I mean, that's what most I would say if they're not in the wine world, that's what they look for purchasing
Yeah.
between $5 to $10. They,
Yeah.
because they feel like they go over, they're like, oh, this is just crazy,
Mhm,
But if they go
mhm.
under, like the less expensive $5 to $2, they're gonna be like, oh, this might be just maybe just watered down
Right,
figures, right?
exactly.
So
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So the Chianti, Trader Joe's.
Or,
What's the
even,
name of it
like,
again? Sorry. The
I don't know the exact name, like, there's just a bunch of
Big varietal?
Chiantis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
but
there's
the
not one
varietal,
specific. Okay.
I yeah, I don't have one specific, but they have a few that you can just look at, but it usually ranges from $7 to
Okay,
$8.
perfect. And then the
Or
most expensive, what will you say?
well, the most expensive,
And what do you say expensive is to you?
yeah, okay, so I'll say 2 actually, because
Okay.
there's one, I love Educated Guess wines. They have their Roots Run Deep winery in Napa,
Okay.
and an Educated Guess like Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon is really good. That's about $20 in stores, so
Okay.
that's not too bad. But if you want more like a celebratory, like a big events coming up or something, there's some more expensive ones from Paso Robles in California. So usually ranges from $50 or so.
Okay. And these
Specifically
are
the Dow.
smaller. Oh, okay, the
Yeah,
Dow, yeah, they're
yeah,
smaller. I just met a guy, just to, I guess, share a little bit more.
sure.
He and I wonder if he's gonna be listening. He should be listening, but we listen, I don't know if I should share this, but I guess people that know me here, they know I like to tell a lot of jokes and stories. Well,
Yeah,
anyways, I'm gonna share it anyways.
share it.
So
Why
we
not?
actually, he's a stud dog. So
Okay.
I'm breeding our dog,
Uh huh.
okay, which is she's considered to be a double doodle, which is
Cute.
like a labradoodle and a golden doodle. They had a double doodle, my dog,
Oh
which
my
is, yeah,
gosh.
she's a poodle with lab in her and golden retrievers.
Wow.
So they're mating, and he happened to, I believe he was telling me that he met the owners of Dow when he took his kids to college or something like that, and they became good friends. And now that you brought that up, I'm like always looking like, man, that was pretty good. They're kind of almost in everywhere in all the
Yeah,
restaurants that you can't kind of. They're just a big winery,
they
and they
are.
do well for themselves.
They
So
do.
they're doing a good job in their marketing, and just obviously they're creating good wines that
Mhm.
people can trust and can know. Hey, that's their label. I'm gonna buy that bottle. So,
Yeah.
sorry for cutting you off there, but
No, it's
that's
okay.
how that, when you said that, I was kinda laughing in my head.
No, that's so funny.
So Dow is your kinda go-to for more of a big you celebrate, big occasion wine.
A splurge, yeah.
Okay, and you're saying you're running around 50 to $100, you'll say?
For expensive, I believe so. Yeah.
You'll say that's, like, kinda the top dog right there, the top
Yeah. What do
dollar.
you think? Is it usually around 50?
I would say 50, it's hard, I mean, I don't know if I for me, I feel like you go over 100, it's kinda like I don't know if you can taste any different.
Mhm.
And then and it's just obviously my what I see and I've been tasting. You
Yeah.
go over that $100 mark. I mean, 50 is pretty up there, but
Mhm.
the $100 mark is kind of like 100 and above. You start getting into like $2,000 bottles and
Oh, goodness, yeah.
things like that. 5,000. Those are more for people to be collectors and just kind of say, hey, I have that bottle.
I
You know,
agree. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
for fun, like a baseball card, or
Yeah.
or a soccer, whatever you're into, like collecting little cards, whatever, how Star Wars, stuff like
It
that.
must be sentimental somehow to
Yes,
them.
something has to connect them
Mhm.
to buy that, spend that money, keep it, and connect it. But yes, I say 100 is pretty. I feel like you can get good quality wine, top wine for $50 to $100. I think that's a pretty good number
Yeah.
there.
But I hope people don't feel like that they need to buy super expensive either. Like you said, like you start to like the important thing if you're starting off with wine is try with something that's in your range, your budget, and you could still kind of get an idea of that varietal, and then once you realize you like it more, then you can move up if you wish. So,
Correct. It's
yeah.
exactly how to start off. So that was basically it. Okay,
Mhm.
but I didn't tell you I was gonna give you one more question. Okay.
Okay.
And we're just driving back from Mexico for the Memorial Day weekend, and because we live in San Diego, we're about um, our family owns a little beach house down in Mexico,
Uh-huh.
so it's about 40 minutes from the border. So we went down there, and when we were driving up, I was thinking in my head, okay, I gotta talk to Vino Cards, Ariana, and what's something like I always hear in radios, like they have games, right?
Okay.
So
Ooh,
so I'm
fun.
always like thinking what or a challenge, and I'm like, so how can I make our own game that should be fun and real quick, nothing to that lasts forever.
Sure.
So I came up with a spit wine game. Okay,
Okay.
spit wine game is the title of the game, and it's just real quick. I'm gonna give you 5 questions,
Okay.
and you just say them as quick as you can.
Okay.
Answer, sorry, you answer as quick as you can. So nothing
Okay.
crazy, but just
Is
it's
there a category or is it just a random word?
just about wine. Just
Okay,
about
but
wine. Yeah,
just
it's so
wine.
yeah, real easy. It's real easy. I don't want to make you feel like, I gotta really study. It's just something fun, just to kind of um, have the listeners kind of say, okay, you like these type of wines, or you like this. This is what you go after. Okay,
Okay,
are you
ready.
ready?
Yes.
Okay, you got 5 seconds to answer one question. Okay, so the
Okay,
first question, are you ready?
I think so.
White or red?
Red.
Okay, favorite bottle?
Educated guess. Cabernet Sauvignon.
Favorite winery?
Oh shoot. Naked Winery in Oregon.
Okay, I heard of that one.
Also Castelli though.
That's a side you're good.
Yeah.
If you can go to any wine region in the world, where will you go?
Bordeaux in France.
Okay, and the
Yeah.
last one is, what was the last bottle you opened today, or this yesterday, or this
Um,
week?
it was a Côte de Rosé. So just a rosé bottle, and
Oh,
they
because
sell it
it's the
at Trader
weekend.
Joe's. Yeah.
Because of you're
Memorial
doing
Day.
yeah, I saw the channel and you were talking about the rosé. Perfect. So that
Yes.
was the questions. How do you like that game?
I like it.
Okay, so a little bit different, but I'm trying to get better at this podcasting thing. I'm having a
I
good
think
time
that's so fun.
with it.
Yeah, we can incorporate a timer so
Okay, yeah,
that
the
like I
next
know how much is
okay,
left
the
in the
next time
timer.
I should just incorporate. Okay, that'll
Yeah,
be
find it
now.
on your phone.
Yeah, when we started off, maybe next in fall, when you shoot out your new one, we can kind of revisit Vino
Yeah.
Cards and see what's going on with that. So again, let's do a quick shout out. Tell them your handle name and your special, if you have any specials going on.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
So on Instagram, it would be at Vino at VINO_cards, and
The
it's
S at the end,
available
correct?
an
Cards.
S at the end of cards, and it's on Amazon. You can search vinocards.com and it'll take you to the Amazon page, or just write in the name and it'll pop up. And then for specials, I don't have one right now. I probably should though. But you can always reach out to me if you're looking to buy in bulk, or if you wanted to learn more about it. You can always reach out to me and we can work something out.
Perfect. What about,
Yeah.
do you happen to have a box? I forgot my box is down in the cellar. Do you have a box around there? Just to
Of
show
course.
YouTubers.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me grab it real quick. I always have one nearby.
Perfect. Okay, here it is for the YouTubers. So if you're hearing us, just go on YouTube and type in, what's the name of your channel on YouTube?
On YouTube, it's also just Vino Cards.
Okay, so
VINO Cards.
Vino Cards on YouTube as well, and subscribe.
Yes.
Every Wednesday you do a tasting.
Oh, every Wednesday it's a wine tasting, and I go through a different wine each week. It's about a 3 or 4 minute video, so really easy to watch.
Oh, perfect. Real quick videos, guys. So make
Yeah,
sure you check that out.
thank
So
you.
that's it, everybody. So I want to thank Ariana and Vino Cards for sharing her experience in the wine world, and for just creating a product that anybody can use to learn, educate themselves on the wine. And also, just this is the life of a wine bottle. I appreciate you guys listening and hope to see you guys next time.
Thank
Thank you
you,
very much.
Nelson.
So